Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been awesome so far. Week 2 of Overwatch League is officially in the books. We had some incredible matches, specifically last night. Vancouver Titans taking on the San Francisco Shock was amazing. We will be going over that game. As well as that, we are talking about Dafran because he said on his stream yesterday that apparently he almost quit the Overwatch League 2 days ago. I have no idea why. I'm going to show you guys the clip. We'll break that down, and then moving on to the next topic of this video, we are going to be taking a look at player stats in the Overwatch League because the first week's stats on Winston's Lab is finally out, and if there's something I love to do that you guys know I did a lot during Season 1, that is analyze and break down the statistics of every player, who's performing the best individually and who's performing the worst, as well as the differences of London Spitfire with Prophet and Guard in there over Prophet and Birdring, as well as the Dallas Fuel with AKM in there instead of Effect. You guys will see the percentage in team fights won, stuff like that. So we got some exciting stuff to cover today. If you guys are excited for this video, do me a quick favor, drop a like on it and click the link down below in the comments. It's pinned right now. I'm giving away over 300 Overwatch League items. There is a massive chance that you could win one of these, and there's only like 6,000 people entered into the giveaway, so that means like 10% of you guys almost will be able to win an item. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. You could get a hat, jersey, shirt, whatever you want. Just click the link down below in the comments. And now let's jump into the video, and we'll quickly go over the Vancouver and San Francisco game last night, which was a big one. I really do think this one's going to impact the standings on who makes it overall into the Stage 1 playoffs. So this match overall was absolutely insane. We started off on Busan, and this was probably one of the only maps that wasn't like neck and neck, could have gone either way. Vancouver Titans were the better team here. They took it 2-0. But then we moved on to Kings Row, and this is where it got super fun. I mean, it was crazy. Both the San Francisco Shock and Vancouver Titans on their first attacks barely pushed it through with 0 time left. This forced a 1-minute overtime round for both teams where they both were able to cap the first point and almost take it to the second point. It was a nail biter. Every single team fight was absolutely insane. And it really did seem like San Francisco Shock were going to win. They put themselves in the position by having that amazing overtime push, but Vancouver Titans, they replicated it as I said, and they took this, getting a 2-0 lead in the series, which was unfortunate because if San Francisco Shock won that, I felt it would have been a more competitive series. But overall, we moved on to the third map. Vancouver Titans in the lead, were able to pick up Volskaya as well. This was also extremely close. Vancouver Titans barely capped, and on their defense, they did turn up. Bumper, holy crap, this guy's playing out of his mind, and he's making these crazy aggressive plays. Sometimes it bites them in the ass, as you guys did see on Volskaya when San Francisco Shock was attacking the first point. The only reason they did cap was because Bumper made a huge mistake by charging literally off the map while trying to stall a diva, but they were able to pick this map up, and that gave them the 3-0 set victory. And I do have to say, Seo Minsu is absolutely incredible, and you guys will see that in the stats later in this video, so stay tuned for that. We moved on to the fourth and final map, Route 66, another banger, super close, back and forth, every team fight. You had no idea who was going to win. At the end of the day, San Francisco Shock did take it 5-4, giving them a map victory in this set. It was super close, as I said, but unfortunately, San Francisco Shock just really couldn't pick up any of the first maps, despite it being extremely close, giving Vancouver the 3-1 victory. And this match was really big for the overall standings for Stage 1 playoffs, because San Francisco Shock, who is a really good team, is sitting overall at rank number 13, and you have to be top 8 to make it. They're currently 1-2, well, there's like 5 teams ahead of them that are 2-2, and they only have 4 more matches left in the stage to improve their record to make those playoffs. And honestly, I don't know if they can do it because they have some tough matches coming up. First, next week, they start off with the Hangzhou Spark, and that's like a 50-50. Depending on which Hangzhou Spark shows up, we don't know who will win that. If it's the bad Hangzhou Spark, San Francisco Shock will take it. If it's the good Hangzhou Spark, this will be a close match, and I don't know what will happen. Then they have the Washington Justice, which they will win that match, but then they have New York Excelsior and Paris Eternal to close the stage out. And if they lose 2 of these games, that puts them at an overall record of 3-4. And I don't know if any 3-4 overall record teams are going to make the stage playoffs. We'll just have to see. I do think San Francisco Shock is in trouble. As for Vancouver, they're 3-0 right now. If they win 1 or 2 more games, they're probably guaranteed to make it. That's pretty much it, though, for that set. Let's move on now, and let's talk about Dafran, because he did come on stream the other day and say that he almost quit the Overwatch League like 3 days ago, and I honestly have no idea why. It's a weird clip. Let's go ahead and roll it, and you guys can see what he said.
but I wanted to let you know that as someone who struggles with anxiety/PTSD, I'm really proud of you for sticking with Atlanta and for all you've accomplished thus far. Thank you for everything, Heart.
Dude, no, the Astrofel, thanks for the $5, dude. Dude, you have no idea. I was so close to quitting. Like 3 days ago, I was so close to quitting. But I talked to the fucking sports psychologist thingy, and she talked me out of it. Dude, I was so close, dude. Brainwashed to stay. Maybe. Dude, the sports psychologist we have, he talks to like professional football players.
Wow, so Dafran literally almost quit the Overwatch League. He just said it. I have no idea why. Maybe it's stressful for him, it's getting to him. But overall, it seems like everything should be good. Atlanta Reign has performed really well in the Overwatch League so far. Yeah, they lost to Philly, but they have really good wins. They destroyed the Florida Mayhem, and they had a nail-biting win over the Toronto Defiant, showing that they are a top team in the league right now, and they have a great chance of making the Stage 1 playoffs if they continue on the path that they're on. And this really does worry me, because when Atlanta Reign is doing good, Dafran is still having thoughts about quitting the league. Imagine what's going to happen if, now God forbid, if the Atlanta Reign go through a tough run where they lose like 3 or 4 games in a row, maybe even worse than that. I feel like Dafran's mentality will really go down the drain. But the good thing about this is he did say he talked to the sports psychologist, and that helped him not quit. And then at the end there, he started talking about how the guy's really good. He works with football players in the NFL, stuff like that. So clearly they have a really good sports psychologist, and hopefully that will keep Dafran steady and focused in the Overwatch League, because I would hate to see him quit. He's performed so well. Atlanta Reign looks like a top team, and if Atlanta Reign did lose Dafran, that would be a problem in my opinion, because you guys will see in the stats later that one of the Atlanta Reign DPS players isn't playing very well so far and might be holding them back, which I guess, I mean, we could just hop into that now. Be sure to leave a comment down below, guys, and let me know what you think about this Dafran situation. Hopefully he doesn't quit. I mean, I'm praying he doesn't, ever. And also, don't forget, click the link that is pinned in the comments to join the giveaway. As I said earlier, you have a major chance at winning an Overwatch League item, whether it's a hat, jersey, shirt. You guys get to pick, so you don't want to miss out on that. Super easy to sign up. Click that link. And now let's move on and let's analyze some of these stats. All right, so as you guys can see, we have all the stats lined up here, every single player overall. And right now we have it ordered in time, so clearly you can see the Houston Outlaws, they had the longest match time of week 1. They played 2 games, which totaled over 2 hours and 24 minutes. That's pretty crazy, but this isn't one of the main stats we want to look at. Let's go ahead and look at rating overall, which is a combination of a whole bunch of things. Just rates overall how optimal their stats are over the time that they played, and obviously JJoNak is number 1, which everybody expected. 63.37% fight win rate. They're doing great right now. Overall, just amazing stats. A 1.9 KD on Zenyatta. Incredible. JJoNak hasn't missed a step. But moving on to the second highest rated player, we have Xiao who is playing out of his mind according to statistics, which you guys will see. He's got the highest fight win rate percentage in the entire league. He's got one of the highest percentage of teams kills, one of the lowest amount of deaths, dies lower than JJoNak. He's got 10.42 kills per 10 minute, which is one of the highest in the league. We'll go ahead and go through all of these. So sitting at the highest fight percent win rate in the league, again, 68% Xiao. This is because they have subbed in Stitch a little bit to play over him. That didn't go as well for them, so he's sitting up there really high. Highest percentage of teams kills, Corey actually coming in, getting a lot of kills for his team, but unfortunately he's got a KD of 0.73. Obviously Washington Justice haven't looked that great overall. Effect, getting a lot of his team's kills, but again, he is dying a ton. 5.95 per 10 minutes in the league. That's one of the highest. We'll see that later. DM, Birdring, KSF, just a lot of Zaryas really. I don't think this stat means too much because obviously bad teams and bad players are really high up here who haven't, like all these guys haven't performed that well in the Overwatch League yet. But then we start to see good players like Xiao, Ivy, Fleta. But let's move on now. Percentage of teams' deaths, and let's see who's dying a lot. Gator, he played 1 map. That doesn't really count. Overall, though, we have Bumper here dying a ton, getting focused a lot. But this is good because he's a main tank. Main tanks up here isn't bad, as you can see Mano. This means they're taking a lot of the damage for their teammates and allowing their DPS and Zenyatas to pop off. So a lot of main tanks up here. Let's move on to the highest amount of kills per 10 minutes, and we do have Seomin Su popping off on that Zarya. We also have Spree, obviously one of the best Zaryas in the world. It makes sense that he's up there, but he's dying a lot more than Seomin Su. Also, Ivy's up here from Toronto Defiant. He's doing really well, but he's dying a lot too. KSF, though, not a lot of deaths and a lot of kills here, so that's a pretty good KD sitting there for him. But again, Seomin Su with one of the best KDs in the league. He's sitting at third, but then we have Janu coming in here from the Vancouver Titans and Nene from the New York Excelsior, who has been also popping off very hard, one of the best players in the league, as you can see from KD-wise. The guy just doesn't die, and he gets a ton of kills compared to everybody else, doing very well. But now I want to take a look at an interesting stat here, which is fight percent win rate. We'll go ahead and control F here, and we'll look up Effect. So Effect has a 38% fight win rate. Let's go ahead and look at ACAM now to see the difference. ACAM at a 48%. So when ACAM is in there over Effect, they win 10% more of their team fights. That is absolutely massive. And as you guys can see here, ACAM's got pretty good stats. Now let's take a look at Birdring and Guard. So when Birdring is in for the London Spitfire, which is an hour and 12 minutes, that's a ton. They have a 37% fight win rate. Now looking at when Guard is in, we have a 54, a whopping almost 20% difference when Guard is in there over Birdring. That just shows how much more the London Spitfire win when he is in there. And this probably will go up even higher when the second week stats come in, because remember, London Spitfire lost both of their matches in week 1. Guard played full time in week 2 and they won both of their games. So that's going to change a lot, and it's going to show that Guard and Profit in there on this Zarya makes way more sense than having Birdring in there. Let's go ahead and take a look at who is dying the most in the Overwatch League now. At the top, we have Swan, the main tank from Florida Mayhem, as well as main tanks just left and right. We have Fusions, Boston Uprising main tank, Gamsu, Shanghai Dragons main tank, Yanis, the new Washington Justice main tank. But then we have Nalir, which is what I wanted to mention earlier when I mentioned Dafran and Atlanta Reign underperforming a little bit. He is dying a ton, one of the most in the league. So yeah, Nalir's really high up there, dying a lot and just really bad stats overall. So he might be holding back the Atlanta Reign a little bit. I'm not going to accuse him of it yet, but from the stats, it really does seem like it is so far. Moving on now, let's go ahead and take a look at Dafran's stats a little bit, because he is really high up here on the kills per 10 minutes. He's ranked 5 overall at 7.73. But one thing about Dafran is he does die a little bit more than a lot of these Zaryas out here. I mean, he's one of the highest. The only guy close to him is Ivy at 5.25. Dafran's at 5.26. Going through all of them though, Kariv 4, Birdring 4, Carpe 4, 4, 4, 2.38 again, which makes Nene so good at that Zarya. Dafran needs to survive a little bit more, but overall he's got some really good stats. But that is pretty much it, breaking down the week 1 statistics, all the matches there. We got some really good information, and it's exciting knowing that we can get this information from Winston's Lab, so shout out to them. If you guys want to go play with their information, just go to winstonlab.com. That is going to be it for this video though, guys. Again, lastly, if you haven't joined the giveaway already, I don't know what you're doing. I keep advertising it because I want you guys to have a chance at actually winning. It's super easy to enter. Click that link in the comments. That is going to be it for the video though. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.